Top of the morning to you, peeps.
Howdy.
So, we are here on day 1,000,000th and gazillionth of this loft. Today, we are doing drywall. We're figuring out how to do. I'm not awake for this. Got my coffee. So, we are planning on drywalling this mumbo jumbo wall today, and we will see how it goes. We're going to start from the bottom, although all the videos say the top, but we're starting from the bottom because we don't follow instructions. But so we're going to do this main wall today and see how far we get with drywalling this 21-foot peak wall here in the middle. Okay, so we're at midpoint here. And we have done
2, 3, 4.
So
6,
what?
8 sheets.
8 sheets. And see, we have to flush some. And that's a pain in the ass. Just saying. This wouldn't be my day job if I had to do drywall every day. But that's kind of the hardest part, is just getting the studs, getting it flush, making these cuts over the window, the cuts around the outlets. So we are making progress. And you'll see some of them we gotta push in. That one we gotta push in. But we're getting there. So this is a couple hours in. We've gotten 8 sheets up.
Oh, yeah.
With a lot of cuts. And then we're doing horizontal on the bottom here, and then I think we're gonna go vertical as we hit to the peak here, because there's a lot of cuts coming up to that, and it'll just be easier to vertical it than the horizontal and make a longer cut than smaller cuts to the peak. So moving along. Okay, so we are finished with starting the drywall day 1 millionth on this barn. So, as you can see, we got, I would say, 50% of the main wall done. So, see what we did. Is we got tired, and that's a pain in the butt cut right there. So we got the majority of it completed. You see, we have all these rafters that we got to cut around and finagle, and first time drywalls, it's a pain in the butt to do. So it takes extra time. So we're getting tired, and to hold the piece of drywall up there and, you know, make sure getting to that cut, and then it's angled at the top, we just didn't have the energy for it. But of course, we have the energy to come in here and put up some of our daughter's room drywall. So we got a couple sheets up with that, you know, because we had some energy, but not a lot. So it makes you feel like you accomplished a lot when you can put somewhat 2 full pieces up there and be like, ba-bam, done. But it's getting later and we tired. So we're not as young as we used to be. So we got most of this done, and we went all the way up in here. So as you can see, we had that cut as well as that rafter right there. See that 2x4 coming down on one piece, plus slanted down. So it just gets to be exhausting and tiring when you have so many cuts and finagling of getting that piece in there. So we got it, but we did not accomplish the full main wall that we were hoping to today. But if you look at it all entirely, we got pretty much 80% of it done. We just got to do this top portion piece tomorrow when we're a little bit more fresh and have energy. So we will get there. We did not put any insulation or we'll be drywalling this yet because we're still putting piping in there for the plumbing and figuring out exactly where the tub's going to be, because we have the drain there, but we're not 100% sure because apparently there's a right drain and a left drain in a tub. So we got some of that, and then the exhaust fan and everything's got to go on this wall. So we don't want to finish this until we have the bathroom completely what we need done in the walls. So we're just trying to get the main top of this wall done this weekend, as well as much drywall we can on this lower level of the rooms. So all in all, today we put up, I'm gonna guess 20 sheets of plywood. We got a few left on this, so there's 26 in a pallet. I think we got about 6 left on. So put up 20 sheets and our arms are jello. So because this, we actually did drywall, it's 4x8, but we did 5/8. Most people do, as you can see, I'll put on this piece. As you can see, it is thicker, so we did do thicker. Most people do 1/2 inch, and that's a lot lighter. Probably would have been smarter, but we wanted a thicker drywall up here for sound, mainly sound buffer. It's just thicker because this is the main wall out to the main barn. So we just kind of wanted that to be a good insulated, thick, solid wall. So we can kind of help with the noise that's out in the barn. When the horses are in there, they're not quiet at all when you're trying to sleep. So, and we did, once we put the wall up there at the top, I don't know if I can zoom in, you'll see we did extra foam up in that crack when we connected the wall to help seal off, actually completely seal off any gaps, any cracks, any holes that could have been up there, noise. You know, you don't want air getting out when you got this AC, and that is not out there. So we did put foam actually up in all of these. You can see all where we connected it to the ceiling, where it had huge gaps, because of course, you know, the foam ranges in 4 inches, 6 inches, 3 inches. So it's hard to put a wall up to that. So we just filled it in with some extra foam once we built the wall to it. So then, as you can see, all those cuts right there, we got to cut all that. So that just takes time when you do drywall and having to cut all around that trusses So we are done with the day one of this drywalling, but it's starting to look like a home. See with the windows there, so we are getting there slowly but surely. But it is just a small, step-by-step, take a day-by-day project, and we're getting there. So day one complete.